Long time ago, before the dark ages of Marvel, before we got all this sort of Disney crap that we're kind of getting out, that will hopefully change this year, depending on how these movies and shows go out. There was a time when Marvel used to make not mid animated shows and movies. Not really on par with DC, don't get me wrong, DC is still the fucking king when it comes to that shit. But they used to make some pretty good stuff here and there. And today we're going to be looking at Hulk vs. Wolverine, probably the most generational, the biggest fate to ever exist in movie history. That will probably never get in live action, unfortunately, because Hugh Jackman is too old, despite what people say. He's probably not going to do this shit when he's 90. And nobody really cares about the Hulk in Marvel, apparently, because I made an entire video why that is just absolute shit. Go check it out. Yeah, it's Hulk versus Wolverine. Because the new Spider-Man show is coming out, I know the Hulk and Spider-Man don't really have much similarities, but I'm mostly a Hulk channel. It's just that Spider-Man has the bigger views on my channel for some reason. Hey, by the way, if you want to make a third video on that, please say so. I need the views. Thank you very much. But yeah, today we'll be looking at Hulk vs. Wolverine, a two-parter actually, because this actually came with Hulk vs. Thor, but this video is not going to be Hulk vs. Thor. If you want me to make a video on that, just comment down below. But yeah, let's just get right into it. Now, this movie is pretty fucking amazing. It has some great action, some amazing voice work. Like, this is like the third, fourth time that Steve Blum came to voice Wolverine. Fun fact, he actually voiced Wolverine in this one video game, I believe called X-Men Legends. I actually had that game on the GameCube. That was like really fucking fun. But I could never beat it because I was like a 5-year-old retard and I couldn't really understand games then. So I had my dad play it for me and I just kind of watched with joy in my eyes and a giant smile on my stupid little face. Man, I remember those days. Those were fun days before the dark ages. But yeah, those were good times. So hearing Steve Blum once again voicing Wolverine, it's a nice little treat, and I'm glad he still voices him to this day in Marvel Rivals and whatnot. He's like the best voice, the definitive voice for me. I know a lot of people like Cal Dodd from the 90s anime series, and don't get me wrong, I like him too, but over the years, it's gotten a bit grimy. I'm not gonna lie, it's gotten a little bit grimy. But yeah, Fred Tasker, I don't know how to pronounce his name, I'm sorry. He also voices Hulk in this one, so that's really good. He's basically the voice for Hulk. Personally, I'm a bit more leaning into the live action actor for the Hulk, whose name I just totally forgot, but I like his voice more because he also voiced the Hulk in the 90s anime show, the best version of the Hulk to ever exist outside of the comics, and I really liked him voicing the Hulk. But I like Fred too. I think he's a really good voice actor. So yeah, it's just really good. It's like the voices are pretty good. What can I say? There's nothing else to say. Also, of course, we have other characters in this. We got Nolan North as Deadpool, who's like the definitive Deadpool for most people for, obvious reasons. He just sounds like Deadpool. He just sounds like what you think Deadpool is. You got a couple other characters like Sabretooth and Lady Deathstrike, and Omega Red, and a bunch of other guys that we don't really care. They're just kind of fodder. But yeah, it's good to see this. This isn't really much of a Wolverine versus Hulk movie as it is a Wolverine origin story with the Hulk as a side character, because it's more or less an actual Wolverine movie with just the Hulk, which is funny because it's actually based on the first appearance of the Wolverine, where nobody really knew what to do with his character up until Chris Claremont decided to make him a mutant and put him into the X-Men. But yeah, I guess so. It's kind of like a mixture of the first appearance of Wolverine and the Incredible Hulk 200 and something. I forgot the name. I'll just put it up here somewhere. And X-Men Origins, I guess, or like the Weapon X Origins from the 90s, that comic book. I read that comic, I just forgot its name, okay? I'm sorry, I can't remember everything. Calm the fuck down. But yeah, that one, and it mixes up, and surprisingly, it goes really well. There's a lot of good mixtures between Wolverine and Hulk, a lot of good, symmetry that you could get for them. They were both experimented on, they were both, wanted by the governments that they were, experimented on from. It's just, and also they heal, and they're very angry, and of course, they're very violent. There's other stuff, of course, but that's like the main things that most people think of when they think Hulk versus Wolverine. But and that's enough of me a fucking jabbering about. Let me just get into the fucking plot of this movie. So we begin with this little thing that's happening in the city. You see, the Hulk seems to be destroying people for no fucking reason, and then we get to Logan, Wolverine, and he's actually been told by the Canadian government to hunt down the Hulk because this guy, he like destroyed an entire town and nobody fucking knows why. So, Wolverine goes and does that. Also, I gotta admit, I kind of like how they brought back the original Wolverine mask with the little whiskers that he had in that mask. That's really funny, and they actually make it look good. Like, I didn't even notice they were like the whiskers until I actually looked into it. I'm like, oh wow, they actually brought back the whiskers and they made it look not ridiculous. That's actually pretty good, not bad. So anyway, most of the movie is just Wolverine just kind of running around, talking to wolves and trying to look for the Hulk, until finally he finds a man who's crying, and he looks fucking sad and pathetic, but it turns out it's Bruce Banner. And Bruce Banner being Bruce Banner, he's like, oh no, get away from me, get away from me. And Wolverine's just like, wait a minute, you smell like toxic. Obviously, I'm paraphrasing, but I don't want this video to be, copyright struck, so I can't let the entire scene be shown. But yeah, basically, Wolverine just eggs Bruce on, and that isn't a good thing because Bruce, of course, turns into the Hulk, and they start a fighting, and it is fucking incredible. Like, the animation, while not like perfect or great, it's like not on fucking Akira levels, it's still really good. Like, the fight scenes and shit like that. Most of the time, it's just Wolverine getting his fucking ass hanging to him because it's the fucking Hulk. Like, what's he gonna do? Is scratch him a little bit? Granted, that's what he does, but like, what can you do, I guess? And yeah, he does get his licks in. Also, this is the first time I think I've seen in like a Marvel animated show that actually had blood. Like, this movie was surprisingly violent for an animated film about Marvel. Like, we all know that DC does that sort of shit, but Marvel isn't really known for that sort of stuff. So this is like the first movie to actually kind of do something on this scale, this level of violence, this level of depravity. Yeah, it's pretty great. I'm not gonna lie. There's one little nitpick I want to give. The Hulk's blood in this one is red when the Hulk's blood should be green. I know, nitpicky. I'm a Hulk fan. I can't get over that. The Hulk's blood is supposed to be green, not red, because gamma and blah 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 blah. But this just mind fucked me for like the longest time, where I thought the Hulk's blood was red, and then seeing it green in other comics, like, what the fuck is going on here? I thought it was red the entire time, but apparently not. I guess I was just wrong. But yeah, seeing that was actually really cool. The fight scenes, as I said, fucking insane. Just Wolverine fucking trying to slash the Hulk over and over and stabbing him in the back, and Hulk actually fucking pouncing on him, throwing rocks at him, fucking punching him hard, going, Hulk strongest one there is. And this fucking scene, it was fucking cool. Unfortunately, the fight is cut short because Weapon X decided to come in, or Team X, I forgot what the fucking called. The guys that helped Wolverine when he was part of their Weapon X project came in and they tranked Hulk with like 1,000,000 tranks. Technically, that actually shouldn't happen. Again, here am I being a fucking Hulk little whiz, talking about how tranks really can't work on a Hulk unless it's like 1,000,000 tranks. But whatever, it's a movie. You're not supposed to think of power scaling at this point. He tranks the Hulk, and he also tranks Wolverine. Deadpool, that is. Deadpool's like, hey, Deadpool, it's me. I shot you. And this is when we get into the X-Men Origins Wolverine. That's actually better than X-Men Origins Wolverine, where we get to see Wolverine getting kidnapped by a bunch of shady-looking dudes in coats. I don't know how Wolverine got kidnapped. For starters, he isn't really technically supposed to get drunk in the comics. I know what you're going to say. I'm being pedantic, but I can't. I'm a fucking retard. I'm an autistic. These things get into my head all the time. I can't help myself. But yes, he gets beaten up and he gets kidnapped, and you know what else happened. He gets his skeleton pimped out with a chrome dip, and he gets experimented on and becomes a weapon, and blah 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 blah. We all know what happens. We all watched this shitty X-Men Origins Wolverine film, unfortunately. But yeah, they kidnap Wolverine, they kidnap Hulk. They're like, okay, we're gonna fucking fuck up your memories once again, and we're gonna fuck up the Hulk's memories again, and you guys are gonna be weapons once again. Of course, Wolverine isn't too keen on that, but so he kind of goads Lady Deathstrike and Sabretooth to fight him. Also, they try to kill the professor, the like evil-looking Charles Xavier guy that made Wolverine who he is. And because they want to just kill Wolverine, they just fucking hate this guy, and they don't really care how they do it. They just kill anybody to kill him, I guess. And Wolverine notices that, so he eggs him on. Lady Deathstrike fucking comes, like, you can't really tell me that isn't what she's doing right here. Like, what the fuck is going on? Is she getting off on stabbing Wolvie? Because It's pretty fucking weird, I guess. But yeah, she does that. I don't know what the fuck. But anyway, this was happening when fucking Sabretooth was fucking full Nelsing Wolverine, and he was right behind Wolverine. Of course, he got the fucking Goku treatment and got stabbed, as well as when Wolverine got stabbed, and that was enough for Wolverine to get out of there, beat them up, and get back on his suit and do this amazing piece of violence we see on screen right now. This shit is fucking amazing, if you ask me. Oh, by the way, did you know this Wolverine is the same Wolverine from X-Men and the Wolverine and Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes? Yeah, you could think this guy, I believe his name is Christopher Yost. He basically created this sort of interconnected universe of animated films and movies that he was a part of. And yeah, too bad that most of his shows and movies kind of ended after like 1 or 2 seasons, so we never really got like a true, real interconnected animated universe like the 90s one was. But I thought that was pretty cool. I just thought I want to give you that little cool, little neat, little fun fact that maybe people will like. But yeah, he fights them, he kills them, he gets Bruce Banner. Bruce Banner can't turn back into Hulk because they put some fucking drug in him or some shit. They're like, I can't turn into Hulk, they put something in me or whatever. He usually gets mad or angry, and then he gets fucking stabbed by Wolverine because what the fuck is he gonna do? You either die, you turn into the Hulk. Luckily, he turns into the Hulk because that's enough adrenaline, I guess, to bypass all the drugs. Meanwhile, Wolverine was getting his ass handed to him by fucking Omega Red on all their little goons. But the Hulk came out and basically beat the ever-living shit out of all of them. Like, he tore off fucking Lady Deathstrike's arms after doing this stupid little scream match. I don't know why the fuck she did that. And he fucking punted fucking Sabretooth. And Deadpool put up a bit of a fight. He put a bomb in Hulk's mouth. Obviously, that didn't really do much to him, and he got fucking squashed. And then the Hulk decided to do the best thing he can do and smash everything and just decides to destroy the entire station that they were in. Of course, Wolverine's just like, yeah, tear it down to the ground, tear it down. And then he realized, oh shit, wait, don't do that. And then it fucking blew up in their face because, they were messing with highly combustible materials. As you can see, it's a giant lab, obviously. And of course, they somehow land in the same place, and Wolverine's just like, oh, you again. And, they do their little they're gonna fucking face off again for the final time. Of course, this movie's like fucking 10 minutes long, so we don't actually get to see what happens. But me being the little Hulk dick writer that I am, of course, I believe Hulk won, because of course he did. He's the strongest one there is. This little fucking midget, little goblin can fucking defeat, the Hulk. He's the fucking Hulk. Who do you think would defeat the Hulk? Not this fucking hairy little midget man, the little claw, little fucking cat man, whatever the fuck you call this guy. Not him. Definitely not him. I'm sorry. But yeah, overall, really good movie. Really exceptional. I do have a little bit of criticisms here and there. That is, this is mostly just a Wolverine movie guest starring the Hulk. Like, the Hulk does some cool stuff, but Bruce Banner doesn't do shit, and that's very disappointing because Bruce Banner is a very interesting character. He could have done some sciencey stuff, done some science battles with the evil doctor, but I guess they just wanted a Hulk. And I get it, it's Hulk versus, not Bruce Banner and a Hulk versus, but still, it's a bit disappointing. I get it. They just wanted to make a Wolverine film with the Hulk as a guest star, but still, come on. I just wanted a Wendigo story. That's pretty much it, because the first appearance of the Wolverine was with the Hulk, and they fought a Wendigo, and I thought that was pretty cool, and it would have been really cool if they just fought a Wendigo instead. Like, they're already in the Canadian wilderness and everything. Like, they could have just given us a Wendigo. I think that would have been really cool, but whatever. Like, come on. We literally had a fucking Wolverine origin story literally a year later. It was ass. It was absolute shit, but still, we could have gotten it. But yeah, that's pretty much my main grievance with the film. Other than that, I really enjoyed it. I think you guys would enjoy it too. Fun fact, Legendary, the producers of this film, also produced Planet Hulk, which is a video I also made. That took a very long time for me to make, so guys, I hope you guys go and watch that one too, because it was really good. It took a long time for me to make, and maybe you guys will want to watch it, because, yeah, it was not easy. It was not an easy make, especially on my phone, but overall, like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you want to see, what you don't want to see, follow Instagram. I forgot to put that up there the last time I made this video, but don't forget to follow that, and yeah, I hope you enjoy the video. I'll see you whenever. Fuck off.